Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to the sim. Today we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator flying the Fenix A320 from here in Palma De Mallorca. We're just in Palma today, flying down to the freeware scenery of Paderborn by Aerosoft, their free scenery. We are in the EuroWings leased Air Malta sort of hybrid livery thing they've got here with the IAE engines. We're taking 172 passengers, 10 tonnes of fuel, 5 tonnes of cargo. Flight time today is 2 hours and 15 minutes, cruising at 340, taking off of 24 right and arriving onto runway 24 again into Paderborn. So, with all that said, let's jump into the flight deck and get everything set up. So, we have IRSs to nav. We will now commence boarding. We'll jump into the FMGC. Init reference, we are going from here in LEPA to Paderborn, which is EDLP, and we are flying as EuroWings 1 Whiskey Lima, so EWG 1 Whiskey Lima. Cost index today is 60. 340. Flight plan today, we're going here from 24 right, and we are taking off on the Gala 2 Alpha, and we'll insert that. From Gala we're going to go to Rodra. From there we're going to go to VNV. From VNV we're going to go to Anton. Anton, which is, I'm assuming it's going to be that one, but let me just make sure of the flight plan. That one there, yes. Anton to Bises. From Bises we're going to go to Sador, and then we are going to jump to Caves. That one again. To Latro. To Bochno. Bochno to Tango Sierra Uniform. I'm going to jump on an airway now, which is the Tango 856. That should... Oh, sorry, no. We are going to go to the Up November 858. And that is going to take us to Valek. Valek to the Upper Mike 163. To Lutax. From Lutax we're going to go to the Delta India Kilo VOR. And we'll just see what waypoint that is. I know they're all the same, but just make sure it's the correct one. is the 1440, that one there. I'm going to jump on the airway now. We're going to go on the Tango 856 finally. That's going to take us to AFNAF. And from there we're going to go on the Mike 170. That's to Paderborn. And from here we're going to join the arrival, so for the ILS-24 on the Paderborn 4 Hotel. And this is going to be via, let me just have a look. So, on the arrival, it's saying Paderborn, Tuldo, Pad. So I'm going to assume it's the Pad 1. We'll have a look now as we jump into the plan mode. So we're going to depart off of 24 right hand turn after departure, and then up. It's a bit of a strange routing today. And then into the arrival. Yeah, that looks fine to me. And the reason it's strange is because the routing today doesn't take us in sort of a straight line to the airport. It takes us, it's a really weird route. It takes us, so instead of going, so the straight line would take us sort of over sort of Monaco, Geneva, and then over Frankfurt, but instead we're going to go really far west over Andorra, right over the middle of France, sort of to Paris, and then swing a right over back into Germany, up to Paderborn, which is really strange, but we'll follow that routing anyway. Let's have a look at the weather down here and over there as well. So my flight. So down here it's 1016, lovely winds, and it's quite nice and warm. Let me just change my. We'll do them linked. So yeah, so it's 1016, which is nice. So 1016, and then when we arrive it's Paderborn, 1010, where there's actually quite a nice 17 degrees, view at 3,200, winds at 260 at 7 knots, so that's fine as well. And we're en route today. Let me have a look at my sim brief PDF and have a look at the weather en route. So it's saying at 34,000 feet. Yeah, so actually I think that's why they're routing us away from that route, because there is a massive isolated CB at 32,000 feet right over the path we would have taken. So that doesn't look very friendly, so we're going to avoid that like the plague, and we're doing this strange little L route over France. So it looks like we're making a massive L. Apart from that, weather en route's fine. Could get a bit bumpy over sort of France, but nothing too major. Okay, so now that's all plugged in, we'll jump over here, we'll get the fuel pumps on, and we'll start the APU. And we can start the APU now, pop the bleed on already. And the APU is starting. And we can jump over here. We just need to wait for body to finish, which it has, so dismiss that. We're going to wait and balance. We'll send to MCDU, and then we'll jump over to our takeoff performance. So it is dry today. There is our weather. We'll have the packs on, sync the weather, and we'll calculate. So that's actually nice there. Flaps 1, 0, 0, 157 V2, 156, 153 V1, 62 degrees. That is our flex temp today. So that can all be popped in there, and the IRSs have just aligned lovely. So let me just jump into the ATSU, into the out menu, and we'll clear the load sheet messages as well. And we'll put flight plan on there, performance on there, and we'll arm the speed brake, we'll clear that, get predictive wind shear on. APU's just come alive, so we'll disconnect the ground power. That can come off now. Seatbelt sign can come on. The jet bridge has cleared itself, so we'll go to ground services and we'll disconnect the GPU and the chocks, and we'll get our pushback ready. So it's pre-planned pushback. And tail right, nose left. Onto what taxiway would it be? This one here, the pushback onto, I'm assuming. We'll go like that. Request pushback. Beacon light can come on now. All the doors are closed. Ignition start, get the aircraft ready, configured to start. APU bleed is on as well. So we are ready for pushback. So I do like the IAE engines on this the Airbus. I just think they look really nice. I do much prefer them to the CFMs. The scenery, by the way, is from Just Sim. It's on the store page, the Microsoft Flight Simulator store page. It's really nice actually. I don't think it's that expensive either. So I'm assuming the tow truck's connected, which I think it has. So release parking brake, and we'll commence our push. There you go. And engine number 2 can start. There's the start motor. That's engine number 2 coming alive now. Parking brake can be set now. And that is engine number 2 available. Start engine number 1. That's engine number 1 starting. Tow is clearing off now. Put max auto brake on. We'll go full length. Packs can remain on. We'll just turn the TCAS on now because I'll forget it when we turn onto the runway because we're not online today. And engine number 1 is coming alive. Engine number 1's available, so what we'll do now is get APU bleed off, master APU off, taxi lights on. We'll then jump down here. We will turn off the start switch, go flaps 1, and we'll do a flight control check shortly. So, flaps and slats are down. We'll go full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full forward, neutral, full back, neutral, full left on the rudders, neutral, and full right on the rudders, neutral. All flight controls are free and correct. Trim is set to 0.0. Flaps are 1 plus F. Release the parking brake. And we'll roll down to the runway. So right to the end here, this taxiway, then a left, then a right, then all the way down to runway 24 right here at Palma. We will do the takeoff config check. Checked, cabin crew called, wait for them to finish their secure. They are. Thank you, see you up there. So, that is all done. We will swing a left here. And we'll just carry on until the first right there, and then it's literally down all the way over there to the whole point of runway 24 right. We'll take full length because I haven't done the calculation for a shorter takeoff. Should be okay though. So the IAE engine is really good. I haven't touched any of the thrust, and we're just steadily taxiing along at 11 knots under our own power, which is really nice. And then we'll swing a right here. And another right here, and then it's right down to the end. What I can do now is just turn off the thrust there, so I can just go straight to flex when we get onto the runway. So I don't know how long the flight would be if we didn't have this little diversion around the weather, because it is quite a big diversion. Would it be like an hour and 45-minute flight added on half an hour to it? I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's quite short flights anyway, but it'd be interesting to see. Weather down here in Palma's nice, then over in Paderborn's okay. Hopefully that doesn't change. I mean, fingers crossed, touch wood, but every time I do say that, the weather when we get there is dreadful. So, bit of brake in here. I'm going to take this left. slow it right down, or the lights can come on now. Oh, nice couple of stutters then when the lights come on. So, chrono, roll onto the runway, spool them up, man flex, SRS, runway nav loop, forward pressure, knots neutral, very long takeoff roll today, keeping it central, that's V1, rotate, and up we go, positive rate gear up. Goodbye Palma, as we go over Palma Town, and then on the other side there is Palma Old Town, over here. And we're just going to be travelling in a straight line for a long time, so avoid one can come in. Flex is set, 160 and climbing. Disarm the speed brake now, and taxi light, wing light and runway turner is going to come off. And there's the port over there of Palma, with all the nice big cruise ships coming in around the Balearic Islands. Climbing up now to the clean speed. So we'll go flaps clean. And like I said, it's just a straight line here up until our right turn away, just keeping us away from this terrain over here. Some quite big mountains over to the one side of Palma. The western sort of front of Palma is all mountainous, so this climb's just keep us well away from that. As we climb away, so I think it's a good time. We'll release the crew. They can commence their service. I'm happy to do so, so we'll go up to 340, which is our cruise today. So we're about to make that right turn now. And we rocket out of Palma, so we'll go standard because we're going up to an altitude, and we'll leave everything on for a minute because we're not quite at 10,000. what I'll do now is I'll jump into the flight management computer, go there, we'll go fix info, EDLP. We'll get one fixed ring in for 10 miles, which will be when I want to be at least minimum flat 1, and then EDLP, and we'll go 115, which should be our top of descent, and then we'll go back to performance, which will be our climb, and might not show it at the moment, no, but there is our rest of our flight plan. Shame there's no map on here, because I'd be able to show you which the routing we should have taken today. Is there a little map on here? No. Unless the charts. That's for that. Oh well. That's fine. Let's have a little update of the weather. No, weather's fine still. And the forecast says it shouldn't get any worse than this, so I'll leave you now, guys, as we climb through 10,000 feet. Let's take the lights off. Passengers can be released, sorry. And I'll leave you now, guys, with some cruise and climb highlights, and then descent highlights when we're a lot closer to Paderborn. And I'll see you in the next 2 hours. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the sim. We're descending through 10,000 feet now. Seatbelt signs are already on, we'll get the landing lights on as well. It's asking for a bit of speed brake if it wants to come out. There you go, oh, come on, there you go. And we'll start slowing down. Quite an uneventful flight, no turbulence to speak of actually. I was expecting some, so weather's moved down towards our location up there. But nothing too major, and as you can see, 2 hours and 1 minute later we are overhead the airport. There's the airfield there, and we'll be arriving on 24 there. So this is the weather situation down here in where the hell are we? Paderborn. So it's gone down to 3 knots, really calm, 1011, it's QNH, view at 3,600, 17 degrees, so it's a lovely day actually down here in Paderborn. So what we'll do now is we'll just get ready to start this turn shortly. So when we actually go outbound here, we'll start decelerating, so I'll go flat 1, and then do the turn at flat 1 and start configuring more as we get to the centre fixed point there. Then we're going to go medium auto brake, sorry, flaps are full. It's probably going to ask for a bit of speed brake because it can't decide what he wants to do. More drag, there you go, fine. So it wants to come up, there you go. So, well, I'm descending at 1,000 feet per minute, and the only reason I took it into that mode is because it was descending us quite quickly. Probably gonna speed up a bit too much as well. So I'll do this, and then what we can do is we'll go performance, approach phase, activate the approach phase because we're about to start the outer sort of leg here. We'll go down to 10 miles on the PD. And stow speed brakes now, we can arm them, and I'll keep it at 220, keep it like that, and landing lights are there, lovely views out of the German countryside here, and here we go, starting our right turn, nice little freeze there again. And we're flat 1 shortly. I get the wing lights on now. And flat 1. So, keep it nice and slow for this turn. We'll pop it down to 210 as well. Just want a nice gradual turn really, we don't want to overstress the aeroplane or the passengers really as well. Is there a fixed speed for this turn? It's 250, 225, so it wants us at 192. So performance. We'll actually pop it down to the flap speed, which is actually 192. Lovely. So I just pop the speed in there. Let the aeroplane decelerate while we turn. And we'll watch the turn from the wing view as well. There you go, so nice gradual turn, nothing too strenuous. And it's a lovely ortho around here as well, with all the windmill farms. So the countryside looks really nice, especially in this light with minimal cloud, looks really nice. Glide slopes coming in now. Capturing that shortly. And there's the thrust coming in. Keeping it on that flat 1S speed there. Actually pull the nose up slightly more as well. And I'm going to go approach mode, second autopilot engaged. Localizer alive, localizer captured, glide slope is captured now. Bang on the glide. When we straighten up, I'll go flap 2. As we are still 8.8 miles away. So, flap 2. There's the flaps coming out. 7 miles now. Ground spoilers are already armed. And looks like the headwind is keeping the speed up for us. Don't think it wants to decelerate as much. So what we'll do,
2000.
Gear down now. Watch that come out the outside view. Lovely. And flap 3 can come in now. Set the go around altitude, which is 4,000 feet. And just make sure we are below the altitude constraint for flaps 4, and that is full flaps. Landing checklist complete. Lovely. So fully configured by 4 miles. That's what you really want to do. So we configured about 0.5 early, that's okay. I'd rather be configured now than worrying about our speed closer. And because the gear's down, tax light can come on, and turn offs can come on. Cabin crew are sat down and ready, and then it's down through green. Medium automatic flaps are full. So what we're going to do now is disconnect. Flight director off, bird on, and I'll do a bit of hand flying. So let's try and get a nice landing in the Airbus today. For some reason I could not land the Fenix. I mean, I do blame the plane a lot for its sluggish controls on landing, but I've flown it enough now to realise that I just need to remember to start pulling up a bit earlier. So keep it there, not a lot of runway to play with here at Paderborn. It's quite a short runway. Thankfully it's a bit flat, I think there's a hill at one end, and it's not like that Bristol scenery where it's like a roller coaster as you come in. So 2 red, 2 white, that looks pretty good to me. I'm happy with the speed.
4.
Slightly right of centre line there, so we've corrected that.
300.
300 checked. Keep it coming down.
100 above.
100 above.
200.
3 red, tad low.
Minimum.
Not to worry about that now though.
100.
100.
Glide slope.
Glide slope, that's fine.
50. 40. 30, 20, retard. 5, 5,
and I will take that. Speed brakes up, reverses green, decel. Is the first exit 60 knots, reverses can come off, water brake can come off, and we'll roll it to the end. And welcome down to Paderborn. Really nice land, I'm happy with that one. It's probably one of the best ones I've done in a while in the Fenix. Just got to remember to sort of flare a bit earlier with this aeroplane. The sort of fly-by-wide doesn't, it's a bit pitch sensitive when you get quite low to the ground, I've noticed. And here we are, so a taxi off here. And perfect flying conditions today down in Paderborn. Really nice. So what we'll do now is get the APU on because we're really close to the terminal itself. Get the APU on. Taxi lights can come off. Sorry, landing lights can come off. The lights and the strobe lights can come off now. Now, is that the Aerosoft offices are somewhere around here, and that's why the scenery was free. So I'd like to know where they are. There's the speed brake in, and the flaps are up. As we now taxi in. And that was a pretty successful flight from Palma. Quite an enjoyable one as well. I always enjoy sort of the shorter flights when you get a landing and take off quite quickly. They get slightly boring sometimes, these flights, when you have a longer sector. Saying that though, I'm still really looking forward to the PMDG 777. I can't wait to do sort of the 13-hour sectors to South America in that lovely thing. So next right we'll take, and we'll take one of the stands. I think there's only 3 with an air bridge. We'll take one of them. I did check on flight radar. This is one of the only flights that comes from Paderborn. There's a couple of Munich flights on the CRJ 900, and there's a couple of 737 flights operated by Sun Express, the Turkish airline, to Antalya. But I saw this flight on there, and I think there's another one to Rhodes, a Turkish, sort of a Greek island. But I have a Palma scenery, and I wanted to fly the Airbus today, so I thought what a nice route to do. As it struggles to get up the hill, give it a bit of help. And we'll swing a left out. And that should be the APU on, so we'll get the taxi light off now, so we don't want to blind the ground crew. And we'll just take the next stand in, so that's 6. Or is that 9? Find out shortly. So 6 and then 5. We'll take stand 5 today. It's got a completely modelled interior as well, which is nice. Really nice scenery for free. This is, if you don't have it, you can just download it on the Microsoft Store page for free. It's about 1.8 gigabytes to download, but it's well worth it. So really, really good free scenery. And we will call it a day there. Parking brake set. Engines 1 and 2 are dead. Beacon light can come off. Passenger seatbelts can come off. And we are down safely into Paderborn. Welcome down everyone, and what we'll do now is we'll get some ground services, so we'll get not ATIS ground services, and we'll request, oh no, is it going to connect automatically? It's connecting automatically, lovely. So we'll deboard and we'll get some rear steps as well, and we'll have a look outside. So what a great flight again, guys. Microsoft Flight Simulator being an absolute great sim as usual. Stunning views all the way down, and the Fenix really nice, landed it lovely. Nothing to complain about today. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Might jump back into X-Plane to show you all the true south scenery. Might do a long haul into London or something, or we might jump back in the PNDG. Hopefully the 777 will be out soon. But for now, guys, I'll leave you, and I'll see you in the next one.